Gabby, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. If you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I upload. And other than that, let's just hop right on into the video. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be priming with my Makeup Revolution concealer. I ran out of my Tarte Shape Tape and I decided to try this out because I heard it was like a really good dupe, and Tarte Shape Tape is extremely expensive, so I'm liking this so far. I've only tried it as far as like my eye on the other one, but I like it so far, so we'll see. I'm just blending that out with a damp beauty blender. Then I'm going to be taking my Morphe M441 brush and going into the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, taking the shade Eden, and I'm going to be applying that to the crease for our transition shade. I recently haven't been setting my concealer after or before I apply my shadow, and I used to do that all the time even though I never showed it on camera. I always did it like off camera real quick. But recently I've stopped doing that because I saw a video from Daisy Marquez that said your colors won't come out as pigmented and bright if you set it beforehand. So I haven't been setting it before I apply the shadows, and actually like they come out so much more pigmented and it's so much easier to blend. So I just like to now pack on the first shade before I blend it out rather than just going straight in and blending it, because I find it a lot easier to do it that way. So that is what I've just done. I like kind of packed it on there and then I'm going in and blending. Next I'm going into the Zulu by Juvia's and I'm taking the yellow shade just a little bit, and I'm also going to be applying that to the crease and blending it towards my brow. Then I'm going back into the Huda Beauty palette and taking the shade Blazing, and that's that orange shade right there. I'm going to pop that into the crease and all over the lid. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Amber and I'm going to be applying that to the crease as well to deepen it up. Then I'm going back into my Makeup Revolution concealer and I'm going to take a little tiny brush. I'm going to be doing a halo, but like I'm cutting the crease. Then I'm taking my Stila Magnificent Metals in the shade Gypsy, and with that same brush that I just wiped off, I'm going to be taking the glitter from here and putting it right over the top of that concealer. This is like a really pretty purple shade. So now that I've applied that and it's almost dry, I'm going back into my Huda palette and taking the shade Amber and just very lightly tapping off the excess. I'm going to be using it to kind of just help blend the colors. The texture's obviously not going to blend because it's a shadow and a glitter, but just to blend the colors a little bit so it's not as harsh. Now that the glitter is dry, I'm going to be taking the same brush that I just used, which was the Morphe M149 brush, and I'm just going to be going into the shade Royal a little bit and putting that right over the glitter just to deepen it up a little bit, because I realized that it was maybe a little bit too light and didn't show up as much as I wanted to over the orange. Now that that's finished, I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D tattoo liner and creating the wing. For lashes, I'm going to go off camera and apply Villain Lashes in the style Queen of Hearts, and then I'll be back for the face. So for my face, the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer, and I have a little dot on my finger here. Going to be applying the majority of it around my nose. I'm also going to rub a little bit into my forehead and some into my chin. And when I'm blending around my nose, I'm going to go out to like the highlight area just to make sure all of those pores are nice and covered. I'm just going to quick tie my hair back so I can apply foundation easier without my hair getting in the way. And I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Beige. I'm actually beyond obsessed with this foundation. It is incredible. I honestly wasn't expecting such good quality from Wet n Wild just because it is Wet n Wild. I've heard good reviews, but I just wasn't so sure about it, but I tried it and I honestly think it's the best foundation I've ever tried. Like, there's too many good things about it. I might have to do like a whole review video because I would be talking about this for hours. But I'm just going to be wiping a ton of this onto my face, and then we will be blending it out with a damp beauty blender. I'm just gonna blend this out. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution one that I used earlier, and I'm applying that under my eyes. I'm excited to see how this works throughout the day compared to the Tarte one. I just like to dab the excess on my chin and my forehead rather than applying it directly to my chin and forehead. It seems to look really nice over this foundation, just like the Tarte Shape Tape does. Now, usually I set my whole face next. Today I'm going to be trying to take a darker shade of the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm going to try to cream contour for the first time in my life. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a total train wreck. I may regret it. First, I'm going to be setting my under eyes just because they crease so fast. Honestly, it's probably because I like never seem to sleep anymore. Which also, by the way, if I seem extremely like tired and weird in this video, it's because I did not sleep well last night. At all. The only reason I've been getting through today is because of Starbucks. This iced coffee is amazing. It is the iced vanilla latte, and I swear it is my favorite drink from Starbucks. Whenever I go, I always get my dog a cappuccino too. It's always so cute. This will either make or break my whole entire look. So I'm just going to... I'm like so terrified. That was like the most terrifying thing I've ever done. But there's no going back now. Just do a little right here, a little right there. And I can always add more if necessary. So, uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't the best decision. Hold on, it's okay, just keep blending, we can fix this. We'll come back to that. This is not going as planned. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think the forehead turned out awful. This side's better than that side, but neither of them are good. Let's see, what are we gonna do? I'm going to apply more foundation. I may have just completely saved myself. Maybe. maybe I'm wrong, but I think I definitely fixed that. Now we're going to continue setting the face. Now I'm going to be going into my Hoola bronzer, which is what I should have just stuck to doing in the first place. And there is dog hair on my face. Okay, so I'm just going to do a light bronze on my forehead because I didn't really go over that very much with the foundation when I was correcting my cheek contour. I'm going to do that on the side like usual. For blush, I'm going into my Anastasia Radiant Blush Kit, and I will take this shade right here and apply it to the apples of my cheeks and blend it backwards. For highlight, I'm going to start by going into Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. And with the Morphe R36 brush, I'm going to apply that to my normal highlighting spots. And then I'm going to take a little Vanity Planet brush and use that to apply my brow bone highlight. Then we're going into Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I'm going right over the last highlight. I don't think I've ever not used Mary Luminizer since I've gotten it like almost a year ago. This is my all-time holy grail favorite highlight in the world. Now I'm going to be spraying my face with MAC Fix Plus. Now we're going to be moving on to the lower lash line, where I'm going to be dipping into Blazing from the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm using my Morphe M149 brush for this, and this is going to go on the outer corner of the lower lash line. For the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to be wiping off that brush and dipping into the shade Twilight. I'm going to kind of like pack it onto the brush, and then we're going to go straight to the inner corner. So now, for the lower lash line mascara, I'm going to go off camera to apply this, but I'm using the, not L'Oreal, why did I say L'Oreal? So used to saying L'Oreal Telescopic, but I literally broke it, so I started using the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Bold Volume Lifting Mascara because I have a sample of it and I actually really love it, so I'm going to be using that. So now for lips. For lip liner, I'm using the My Looking Glass lip liner in the shade Dusty Rose. For the lip shade, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Misbehaving. But anyways, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!